Azure Gleam. To war. It is the end of 1181. 2 years have passed since the Officers' Academy closed its doors. After ascending the throne, Dmitri labors to bring peace to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. With Edelgard ruling as the Emperor of Adrestia and Claude leading the Leicester Alliance, the three erstwhile schoolmates strike out as the next generation of leaders. A new era is dawning in Fodlan, and much teeters at the brink of great change. The first tremors of a major upheaval rock the land as Edelgard declares war on the Central Church.
Pardon my lateness, Your Majesty.
You needn't worry, Felix. I know your duties are many. Though, I'm afraid we could not wait for you to begin the discussion.
This is about the Empire's declaration of war against the Central Church, yes?
Indeed. As you're aware, we have already begun accepting refugees from Garreg Mach. But a few days ago, I received a confidential request from Seteth, asking us to protect the higher-ranking members of the Church, including Lady Rhea herself. Of course, we'd only meet this eventuality were Garreg Mach to fall. As it stands, we find ourselves quite literally stuck between the Empire and the Church. I'm not sure how much longer we can remain neutral.
If I might, Your Majesty, troubling as it may be, I believe it prudent for us to reject this proposal from the Church outright. Offering them shelter will only serve to provoke an invasion from the Empire. This matter of the Southern Church concerns me as well, but I believe we have more important matters to be fussing over at the moment.
Your counsel is much appreciated, Viscount Elidor, but I assure you, things are not as cut and dry as you make them out to be. The mandate granted to the King of Fargus and all the lords who serve under him is given legitimacy only by the grace of the Church. Are we to renounce the very heart of this kingdom simply because we shudder at the thought of invasion? War will always come, at one point or another, and some degree of suffering is purely inevitable. You know this as well as I, Viscount.
You dare speak of suffering, do you? When the blaze of war will not scorch your lands in the north as it does ours?
I would normally agree that those of us from the Northern Territory should hold less sway in this discussion. But if Garreg Mach were to fall, the war front would not halt in the west. Your Majesty, what of House Rowe or Galatea, or the others in the south?
Not a word from Count Rowe as it stands, but I did receive a missive from Count Galatea. It read, "My people are not fools enough to rejoice in the surrender of their territories to invaders. There is no morality in turning our backs on the institution at the very foundation of our lives. We must support the Church as they have supported us."
Your Majesty, we owe a great debt to the Central Church for their role in quelling the uprising 2 years ago. To not repay such generosity in kind would risk weakening the trust of your vassals.
And if that happens, we might find ourselves right back in the same mess as before. They lack the crest of Blaiddyd, but there's no small number of nobles who might crawl out of the woodwork claiming royal blood. The kingdom's already seen the turmoil and division such claimants can bring after the death of King Klaus.
But Duke Fraldarius, surely we are better served attempting to head off the very real and imminent war at hand, instead of debating hypothetical unrest.
I don't want my people to suffer the pain of conflict. But does anyone here really think the Empire will simply stop if we appease their every demand? Suppose we do let the Empire take the Archbishop. And suppose we accept this new Southern Church. Then what?
I imagine the Empire plans to install the Bishop of the Southern Church, Count Varley, in Lady Rhea's place. I fear I've heard nothing good concerning either the man himself or his teachings. They purport to be an arm of the Church of Seros, but the Southern Church is nothing more than a mouthpiece for the Empire at large.
In other words, rejecting the Central Church in favor of this new Southern one would be no different from flat-out accepting Imperial rule. It's hard to say just how they would treat our kingdom were such events to unfold. Though I imagine it would involve heavy taxation for the express purpose of bleeding Fargus dry and filling the Imperial coffers.
Do you have something to add, Duke Fraldarius?
Not really, no. I was just wondering how long we were planning to continue this tedious charade. The question's simple. Do we hand over our kingdom and subject ourselves to Imperial rule or not?
I believe the Margrave has been quite clear as to what will happen if we give in to the Empire's demands. We've all been informed of the rapid reformation their region has undergone, many aspects of which I admire, I'm not ashamed to say. But an old, stubborn land like ours isn't suited for such tempestuous change. Radical new freedoms are not what the people of Fargus need right now. They need stability, steady improvement in their daily lives, and real, lasting change can only come from a solid foundation.
Sounds like your Majesty has made up his mind then. Just say the word and we'll leap into action.
The Holy Kingdom of Fargus will hereby offer asylum to the Church of Seros. Everyone, sharpen your blades and prepare for the battles ahead. Gustav, Dedu, make to ride at once. Our intentions must be made clear. Not only to the Church and the Empire, but to Count Rowe as well, and all the other lords who failed to answer my summons.
Understood, Your Majesty.
Hey, did you hear? Sounds like we're gonna be going to war with the Empire.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Ever since His Majesty ascended the throne, we've been fighting battle after battle through every corner of Fargus. But I never thought we'd be going toe-to-toe with the actual Empire. I'd be nervous if it even felt real.
Don't worry, it'll start feeling very real very quick once the sword starts swinging.
You know, that might be the single worst attempt at motivational speaking I've ever heard. Not that I'm much surprised at this point.
I can't help but wonder, though. What happens to Fargus now? I feel like things have been steadily improving lately, but not everyone favors His Majesty as I do.
Yeah, I hear the grumbles too. But there's not a ruler in the world who doesn't have their fair share of critics, right? All I know is, we wouldn't be where we are now, if not for him. I mean, look at me, saddled with some mysterious power we don't know anything about, and he still chose to put his faith in me. It's only right I return the favor in kind. Oh, and speak of the devil.
Am I interrupting something?
No, of course not. Please, allow me to take my leave. Your Majesty, Commander.
So, you heard all that, huh?
More or less. I apologize for the interruption, but there's an urgent matter at hand.
Anything I can do to help?
There is. As you know, we've offered asylum to the Central Church in their efforts to flee the Empire. As such, we are to escort the Archbishop herself to the royal capital at once. I expect heavy pursuit from the Imperial forces, so I am assembling a team of those I trust most to assist in the mission. Of course, I'll be leading my own regiment into battle, but I was wondering if you'd be willing to accompany me.
What, is that it? I'd be glad to. How are things looking at Garreg Mach while we're on the subject?
Grim. Neither the Knights of Seros nor the monastery ramparts are capable of holding off the Empire's massive military might. I dare say we have precious little time to waste. Prepare to deploy at once.
That reminds me.
How tiresome. I've been waiting for you. How about this? There you have it. I implore you.
Time to work you into shape. Can't wait to see how you do.
Welcome. Come back soon.
I carry a little of everything here. Hope to see you again soon. Which battlefield are you headed to? Time to go.
The fight starts now.
Well then, shall we?
I'm with you.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
It's no use.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make short work of it.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to...
Can't gain any ground. Take this. I gotta fall back.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy. All right, leave this to me. Do this.
I beg your assistance at once.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough. Yes, we did it. Time to make a name for ourselves.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
This is the path I've chosen. That should do it. Thanks for the help, everyone. We couldn't have done this without a group effort.
I'll
We've determined the Archbishop's course, Your Majesty. She makes for the Valley of Torment.
Then she's fleeing north, to Fargus.
There is also, of course, a passage to Daphnal territory within the Alliance. But I surmise you are correct. She surely makes for the kingdom.
If Fargus has chosen to side with the Central Church, it stands to reason they'll mobilize their forces to escort the Archbishop. If they do rendezvous with her and manage to retreat to the kingdom, our one chance will be lost.
Yes. We cannot let her slip through our grasp. I will see to it myself that we don't. Your Majesty, I will need a squadron well equipped for pursuit if I am to accomplish this task. One such as the Brigid Hunters. Given our considerable losses during the suppression of Garreg Mach, a smaller unit would be preferable for this undertaking.
Petra's unit. Very well. Take anyone you think could prove useful to your efforts. If we can capture the Archbishop, the tides of this war will turn drastically in our favor.
Agreed, Your Majesty.
As for you, gather the others. We must discuss what to do about the kingdom.
Right away, Your Majesty.
Okay.
Come this way.
Quite troubling.
At your service.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
Let's do this, together.
Indeed. Let's give it our best. You have my gratitude.
What?
Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Wow, this is great. I wish all the food in Fargus was a little more like this stuff.
I wonder, why is our cuisine so unappealing? Is it the spices we use? Or perhaps the ingredients themselves?
Wow.
Well?
What is it? It's much appreciated.
I won't let you down.
Let's earn our keep. I'll do what I've got to do. That's it.
Victory will be ours. Together.
Everyone, advance! Everyone, advance! Out of the way!
I'll give it 1,000%. Leave everything to me.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make...
I'm dragging the others down.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
Is that all we've got?
How can I face my comrades after this?
I'm unstoppable.
Not bad. It's a shame you're not working for House Gautier directly.
I'm fine, really.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
Let's carve a swath through the battle.
Not a problem.
Upfield.
Let me at him. Never know until you try.
Can't let it end like this.
Think I could use this.
Pretty good, huh?
Don't mind if I do.
Is that all we've got?
We did it!
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
This'll do the trick. Guess I have to pull back for now.
This is just the beginning.
I feel there's little I can't handle with you by my side.
The stronghold's ours.
How can I face my comrades after this?
to retreat is a vital strategy. How can I face my comrades after this?
This place won't be a problem anymore.
How can I face my comrades after this? Ah, the sweet taste of success.
This is little more than a scratch.
You know what they say about playing with fire.
I've got...
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Don't mind if I do. Still improving.
Out of the way!
I'll win the next one too, if I just stay focused. Yeah.
This way. Please.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I hope... I'll use... I can't...
Can't...
I've grown.
This strength will serve His Majesty well.
This strength will ensure nobody dies a needless death. Can't wait to see how you do.
Allow me to assist with any matters. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Well?
Understood.
I'll cut them all down.
The fight starts now.
I will not let you die.
I'll do what I can.
Don't worry. I know we'll get a chance to turn things around.
We need some help, and fast! The way!
Let's begin. I will be your shield.
I'll give it 1,000%. I'll back.
I'll do what I can.
The stronghold's ours. I'm unstoppable.
There's that mercenary flair.
Right on.
Let me at him.
This place won't be a problem anymore. We'll give it a go.
I'm going.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
Still improving.
Not bad.
It tastes more bitter than blackest coffee.
Too easy.
Not sure how, but it worked.
Let's begin. I will be your shield.
I'm here to help.
I'll give it 1,000. I'll back you up. This
Stand
belongs
down.
to us now.
Out of the way! Santa!
Let me at him.
I'm going.
Called.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
All would be lost if I were to die here. A taste more bitter than blackest coffee.
We take a breather. The shield of Fargus, indeed. And not a moment too soon. The scouts have returned, Your Majesty. They've located the Archbishop.
Excellent. We'll ride to them at once. For now, everything is going according to plan.
We're ready to ride when you are, Dimitri. Just give the word and we'll move out. Gotta say, it's gonna feel great to fight alongside all these familiar faces again.
You're right. I always feel much stronger when my friends are around.
Our time together at the Academy might have been short, but it still puts my mind at ease to be reunited with everyone.
I could hardly believe His Majesty reached out to me of all people. But I'm really glad he did.
I'm pleased to see you all here.
I always knew this day might come. I prepared myself as best I can, but I am still a bundle of nerves.
This will be a lot different from the fighting that's been going on the past 2 years. We'll need to really have each other's backs out there.
The point of no return is finally upon us, Your Majesty. I trust you've made your peace.
I have. The blood spilled today will be a worthy sacrifice if it means keeping the people of Fargus, the people of our home, safe. If that is our cause, we have no reason to hesitate. Now move out!
can depart at once.
For House Fraldarius.
There you are, Lady Rhea. I am relieved to find you alive and well.
King Dimitri, you have my gratitude for coming to aid us in our time of need.
I fear we have no time for niceties, though. We must make our way out of the valley and return to Kingdom territory.
Begin the operation. Our orders are clear.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
I'll give it 1000%. Leave everything to me.
We must act now, before the wolf. Let us see what we can do.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make sure...
Let us take this stronghold.
Grant them no mercy.
Nobody told me how sweaty I'd get here.
Ugh, gross.
That general lacks motivation. We may be able to persuade her to join our cause.
I can tell your heart's not in this fight, Blade. You are not beholden to the Empire. Why don't you join us instead? You have my word that no harm will come to you.
You've got a point. And I guess you did beat me fair and square. All right, lead away.
Your Majesty, Imperial forces are setting up a blockade at the stronghold ahead.
If they cut us off, we'll be forced toward the volcanic crater.
We cannot allow them to push us down a dangerous path. Let us charge forth and carve our way through.
This ridiculous charade won't stop us.
Take this!
We did it! We should be able to move forward safely now.
You have my praise. The goddess smiles upon your gallant deeds.
They're getting away! We've gotta stop them somehow!
Enemy down.
Fine work.
Begin the operation. All troops,
I'll give it 1000%. I'll back you up.
We will proceed as planned.
Indeed. I can see why His Majesty has placed his trust in you.
Your Grace, Cetus and Catherine are under attack by Imperial forces.
So I find myself cornered. Perhaps I misjudged the situation.
Persistent little guys, aren't you? Cut one down and another two just spring up in their place.
They must not be allowed to fall here. Please, King Dimitri, may I ask that you lend them your aid?
We will proceed as planned. I will move to assist.
Hear you loud and clear. Leave the backup to me.
We must act now, before the worry sets in. I'm here to provide backup.
Let me at him!
I've awaited this moment.
I'll handle this. It's good to see you safe, Catherine. Please, let us join you. Gladly. This is all too much to handle on my own anyway.
Seize this moment!
We made it in time.
I appreciate the assistance. Lend me a hand.
It's a good thing you came along when you did. And Lady Rhea's safe too.
Begin the opera. I have.
Good.
Take a breather.
It's the net time!
I've awaited this moment.
Is Lady Rhea safe? Did she get away?
Cyril was covering the rear. You will never make it out.
If not for you, I would have surely perished. And the Archbishop appears to be unharmed. You have my gratitude.
I shall not sacrifice his life for the sake of my own. Please, help him. Time to show how strong you've become.
We have to help Sedith and Catherine escape.
Can't we block the lava flow with rocks or something? Not saying it'll be easy, but it might be the best shot we've got.
We will proceed as planned. We move, now.
Begin the operation. All troops.
We've done it! Hold fast, everyone! Our escape is only a short ways off! You've shown true valor in distance. Lady Rhea will soon be clear of the valley next to you.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
My utmost gratitude for your efforts in rescuing Cyril, and to the goddess for her divine protection.
Begin the operation. Our orders.
Let's begin. I
Let us take this stronghold!
You will not be passing here. I will be capturing the Archbishop.
An ambush. We have no choice but to fight our way through.
Anyone standing in my way will be eliminated with quickness.
That's the Princess of Bridget. After everything she's been through, she might be willing to join us. Assuming we can take her alive.
Must not have defeat here. For the Empire. For Bridget!
This is no place for royalty to die. Not here. Not like this.
Yes. I am choosing life. I will be going with you peacefully.
I can scarcely believe we arrived here whole and sound. You have my deepest gratitude.
Thanks for the help. I never would have made it out of there without you.
My apologies for the trouble. I do not wish to consider what would have happened had you not come along.
If I cannot have the Archbishop, your heads will have to suffice.
Shoot. We have to defeat him, Your Majesty.
I'm aware. Let us do so at once, and make with our retreat.
I failed to realize how desperate you would be to save your dear Archbishop. The kingdom truly is a tiresome place. Fine. You may have your victory today. How will I face Her Majesty after this?
I cannot grow complacent.
I'll hesitate.
This strength.
I'm ever
Wish that...
I could use...
I think I'm...
Lady Rhea, Sedith, I'm relieved you both made it out unharmed. It appears we arrived just in time.
You have our utmost thanks for aiding in our retreat, Your Majesty. I can only apologize for the trouble we may have caused your outfit.
King Dimitri, I cannot express just how grateful I am to you and all the fine people of Fargus.
The honor is mine. Your order provided me with immeasurable aid during my ascension to the throne. My citizens would have branded me a heathen had I not returned the favor.
And now it seems we are the ones who owe a debt. The Church shall provide whatever assistance it can to your efforts.
If you see it prudent, I have no objection to placing the Knights of our Order under Kingdom command.
Thank you both. While it pains me to qualify our hospitality, this kingdom is not a wealthy one, neither in goods nor provisions. I fear we may struggle to compensate your soldiers, or even to feed them.
You needn't trouble yourself with such concerns. Your generous offer of shelter will be more than enough.
Very well. We've lingered here long enough. Let us make for Ferdiad. There's much to discuss. The Church, the Kingdom, and the battles to come.
"2 years ago, I never would have imagined we'd be fighting a war like this.
I'm with you there, but now that we are, you found yourself in a rather favorable situation, no?
How do you mean?
When a war breaks out, every mercenary in the land starts crawling out of the woodwork. And those associates you happen to be working with should be tough enough to take on you-know-who.
They're not just associates. They didn't have to trust a down-and-out mercenary like me, but they did anyway. And that makes them friends. Still, you're probably right. This'll be a great chance to drive Geralt's mercenaries out into the open.
And then you can give them their just desserts or die trying.
Could have done without that last part, thanks.
Relax, relax. You know I'm on your side. Our destinies are forever intertwined.
In that case, let's assume Cornelia has hidden herself somewhere in the Western Territories.
If I had to guess, I'd say either Viscount Mateus or Viscount Gideon have taken her in. All the same, we can't exactly go around unseating every vassal we suspect of being disloyal.
Right. This is no simple matter, but at least we have a firmer grasp on the situation now than we did 2 years ago. To do, send word to House Perderi. We'll need soldiers on their land if we hope to keep the enemy at bay.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Viscount Mateus' son is here with us, while Viscount Gideon's daughter is off serving as a knight in Galatia. Under the present circumstances, we only have so many soldiers to spare on domestic matters. It seems we'll have to resort to any means necessary. In which case, I will bear the weight of the kingdom's sins. If slaughtering 100 foes means bringing salvation to 1,000 of our own, I will do it.
As you wish, Your Majesty. And if I may, try not to torment yourself so much.
Ah, how far our proud king has fallen. You sounded utterly vicious just now.
What do you want, Felix?
Oh, not much. I just thought catching a glimpse of your haggard face might put a smile on mine. I knew that playing the part of a cool-headed leader would be too much for you. But all this scheming, this calculation, doesn't suit you. Why don't you just give it a rest already?
You think too highly of me. This is who I am, Felix. I've never been anything more than a bloody demon on the path of revenge. I stand here today to lift the burdens of all who perished before me. To see that those who bear guilt for their deaths are held accountable. I will expose whoever I must. Slay whoever I must to see my task through to the end. There is no place for mercy within these walls. And if it affects the safety of my people, then that's all the more reason to strike now.
And here I thought you were finally starting to pull yourself together.
I snuffed out my uncle's life with my own two hands. As king and as general, I've killed countless more. I looked on as nearly everyone I held dear perished. I am the one who must take responsibility for their deaths. So rest easy, Felix. The weight of my atonement will not fall on your shoulders.
No point in trying to reason with a boar. Enough of that, though. The city seems especially spirited today. Is something going on?
Ah, yes. Lady Rhea and the others from the church are making an excursion to the capital. I suggest you join in on the festivities before you go. It does the heart good to see our people smile.
Everyone here? Well, let's get right into it. We have to figure out exactly where we stand in this war. As you all know, the Empire has taken the Great Bridge of Myrddin. The Imperial Army now occupies what was formerly House Phlegethon territory. House Gloucester has surrendered to them as well.
Doubtless an agonizing decision on my father's part.
House Ordelia, to the east of the bridge, has also vowed not to take up arms against the Empire.
We had precious little in the way of arms in the first place. You have my deepest apologies.
You don't have to apologize, Lysithea. Count Ordelia did what anyone would have done.
And now Lawrence and Lysithea can't even go back home!
That's not all. After the battle, the Imperial Army crossed Gloucester territory and attacked Garreg Mach. Rhea and the rest of the Central Church have apparently fled to the Kingdom for sanctuary.
Then I suppose none of us will be able to visit our old school anytime soon.
I hope no one from the church was hurt.
Now that the monastery has fallen, the front lines are rapidly expanding north. It won't be long before Deirdre is within their reach. And if our capital falls, the Alliance goes with it. We have to stop them there, no matter the cost.
That all sounds well and good, but how large of an army will you even be able to raise at this point?
I don't think House Edmund will be able to send more troops. I'm sorry.
Which means House Goneril is the last of the 5 great lords upon whom we can rely.
I'm not so sure the combined forces of Houses Regan and Goneril will be enough to hold off the whole Empire.
We'll just have to work with what we've got. And let's not forget the hero of Daphnel.
But we can't expect much from her in terms of sheer numbers. Any chance the Kingdom could send troops?
I doubt they'll have any to spare. They've just started engaging the Empire themselves over in the west of Fargus. And besides, I'm not sure how much we can really trust them. I still have no idea what's going on in Dimitri's head. I might just have a plan, though. For now, all I can ask is that you fight, and fight with every last thing you've got.
You can always count on me, and my muscles.
Thanks, Raphael. That unfounded confidence of yours is like music to my ears.
We received a message from Hubert, Your Majesty. They failed to capture Archbishop Rhea. It seems she and her followers have been taken in by the Kingdom Army. They likely make for Ferdiad as we speak.
So it goes. If Hubert himself couldn't succeed in the task, there's little chance anyone else could.
There is more as well. Petra was taken by the enemy. She is apparently still alive, for better or for worse. I fear the kingdom may try to use her to make an ally of Brigid.
Yes, it's likely she won't be coming back, and our stance towards Brigid will require some reconsideration.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Now then, we mustn't dwell on what's done. Our only choice is to look to the future. It seems an all-out war with the kingdom is nigh unavoidable at this point. Thankfully, I expect Count Rowe to join our cause. Having a hold on Aryan Road will surely prove advantageous as the war creeps on. So we stick to the plan. Through Count Rowe, we should be able to ingratiate ourselves to the other lords of the Western Kingdom.
Urgent report, Your Majesty. An army has been mustered at Castle Gaspar in Rowe territory. Lonato, the local lord, has vowed to find and eliminate Archbishop Rhea. He's mobilizing the army northward. Count Rowe's tacit approval of these actions has surely brought his allegiance to the Empire to light.
I can only assume this wasn't part of the plan.
It's just one thing after another. Dispatch any nearby units to the area at once. Any lords willing to sever ties with the kingdom are too valuable for us to risk losing.
Azure Gleam. Skirmish in the Fog. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus grants refuge to the Central Church as they flee Garrigmach Monastery, in turn provoking the Adrestian Empire to declare war on Fargus. While Dimitri and his advisors strategize how to repel the Empire's assault, they are met with devastating news. Lonato of Castle Gaspar has raised an army against him.
As I'm sure you have all heard by now, House Rowe in the south has declared its fealty to the Empire. What's more, Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar has set out with the express intention of tracking down and murdering the Archbishop.
I had hoped we could reconcile the matter by using neighboring lords as intermediaries. But it seems Lord Lonato couldn't look past our willingness to shelter the church, and has taken the matter into his own hands.
I can't believe this.
Ash, I won't stop you if you wish to return to Castle Gaspar, even now.
I appreciate the offer, truly. But I am a knight of the royal family. My place is here.
So, what are House Rowe and Lord Lonato's soldiers up to? Or the Imperial Army, for that matter?
There's been no movement from House Rowe as of yet. He likely lacks the nerve. Lord Lonato, on the other hand, has set off from Castle Gaspar and launched an attack on Geraint land. Meanwhile, a vanguard from the Imperial Army has breached Kingdom territory. It seems they're aiming to rendezvous with Lonato and join the assault.
Wait, but if they're just a vanguard, doesn't that mean a larger force is going to come after them? We'll never stand a chance if they manage to meet up and form one massive army.
House Galatea is sending reinforcements to fend them off, but our enemy deployed alarmingly fast. I only hope the House Geraint soldiers can repel Lord Lonato and his men long enough.
In any case, we can't just sit here on our hands. They need help, and fast. Let's ride.
You're right, and I'll be coming with you.
The risk is too great, Your Majesty. You should stay here in the capital.
We've already been over this to do. My leadership is needed on the front lines. We'll march west from Karen territory to intercept and crush Lonato and the Empire's forces. From there, we'll mount an attack on Aryan Road. The Rowe army will be cut off from the Imperial reinforcements and fall by our hand. Finally, We'll seize control of Aryan Road and the entire Western Front along with it.
I'm asked a distant relative of the royal family, Duke Ivan, to keep watch over the capital in case of an emergency. Gustav will be staying behind as well. So as long as nothing too extreme happens, we shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Sounds like a plan. Most of the big fights are gonna be around Aryan Road, if I had to guess.
No matter what, we need to hurry. We'll be done for if we don't drive them off soon.
Agreed. And my apologies. We always seem to deploy with such haste lately.
It's nothing. It's not like it's your fault or anything. Sure, you're the king and we're your subjects now, but we're your friends before that. We'll do whatever you need of us.
I suppose you're right. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing before we go. I received word from the church the other day. Seteth and his sister Flame will be joining us from here on out, leading a company comprised of Knights of Seros.
Seteth, huh? I'm not the kind of guy to turn down a helping hand, but I can't help but wonder why.
I haven't had the chance to discuss it with him yet. Perhaps you can ask him yourself if the opportunity arises. Do you have a moment? How are you? I wonder...
Right on!
I implore you. Troubling indeed. Speaking of which...
Which battle do you wish to reflect on? I'll continue gathering records of your battles.
Hey there. Need some... See you around.
Well, well. Hello, come back soon, all right?
Supplies are the life. Everything has its use.